Hey everyone, I'm back after a long summer traveling to the beautiful tropical locales of Costa Rica and Fiji with National Geographic student expeditions, um, walking down the same trail, wearing the same thing actually in my last video I took, which felt like ages ago. Um, so just about to head off to my third training with Carpe Diem Education, which I'm stoked for. And I'm also stoked because I was asked to put together a workshop on leadership, which seems to be a potent theme. And first off, I want to give a big thank you to some really awesome friends who stepped up and helped me put this together and answered some really pertinent questions. And before I really go into any of that, that's not really the intention behind this video. I just want to muse for a second on where leadership begins, because it's such a loaded term and we have such a kind of caricaturized version of what leadership means. And I just want to say that I think leadership begins with you. I think it begins in the self. And I think to be a leader, all you have to do is find your medicine. And, there were cultures all across the world had names and concepts for this. In the East, it was called Dharma. In Native American traditions, they called it medicine. In Polynesia, it was mana. In the West, in the European traditions, we called it genius, or someone's gifts. So that's all to say that cultures all over the world throughout time understood this concept of some innate knowledge, some innate gift, some innate power within everyone. And I think to be a leader, all you have to do is first get in touch with this and ask yourself the question, what is your medicine? And to dedicate yourself to finding it and to answering that question. There's a lot of traditions all over the world that have this narrative of human beings kind of putting themselves back together, and that we are born somehow apart from ourselves. In Catholicism, it's this idea of original sin. In Kabbalistic Judaism, it's this idea of the Sephirot, the spheres of the universe being shattered, and all of the shards and pieces of these spheres turning into what we see as the world. And our task as human beings is to put those shards back together and become whole. So all that is to say that there is some sense across cultures and traditions that our job as human beings is to know ourselves better and to know ourselves deeper. So I'm not going to go into any depth about this workshop on transformational leadership. I'm just really excited to share this with you guys and to kind of muse a little bit on this primordial, this foundational concept behind leadership, which is that to be a leader, the first thing you have to do is to find your medicine and to find your innate gifts, your dharma, your genius, your mana. Because without that, what else can we do? So that's all for right now. I hope to make more videos in the future and kind of keep up this practice, which is definitely ain't easy, but I see the value in it, and I want to stay connected to my friends and whoever chooses to watch this video. So keep in touch. Much love. Blessings.